We're getting started on Lonnie's car. Got the radiator mounted yesterday. As you can see, I repurposed one of the brackets that was already on the car right here. I made my own bracket to bolt to it for a bottom support. And then we got the top support right here that I made. What'd you do?
Well, I gutted out all the junky big junk 3, so it's she's ripped out of there. We got you know, quite a bit more wiring still to kind of get rid of. We don't need the super stage deal anymore. There's just the lights and all that stuff. Since it's a race car, the lights and things are wired up a little differently than it would be in more of a factory type car. So we just got to sort that out. It's got a switch panel up top. Just kind of figure out what goes where. Then get the new Holley stuff laid inside of it and go to town at that point.
Take some of these old relays out and put some MSD relays in there.
Yeah, I'll get rid of all those old school relays, which work fine, I guess. But with the Holley stuff and being able to control things with the ECU and the switch panel, the MSD solid state relays work really well to trigger it either way off the switch or off the ECU. So yeah, they'll be nice.
I got the shifter mounted up here.
Oh damn.
Removable pedestal mount. Got the shifter mounted, radiator mounted, old junk 3 out. We got the old water tank out of here, the water pump out of here, all the water lines, all the junk that went with that because we're not using the air to water setup that the car originally had. So it's all right here. That saves us some weight. We're trying to take out every nut and bolt we don't need out of the car, every line we don't need. So that way it's as light as possible. I think
should be down to about 1,800 now with driving.
Yeah, 1,800 full race weight. We got to change tires still, mount motor and trans, turbo kit, plumbing, wiring. Pretty much still build the whole car, but we're trying to chip away everything that we can while we're still waiting on parts because we're only 2 weeks away from when we leave, and about 5 of those days is going to be used for us to go down and get our new Dynacom hub dyno.
Yeah.
So
the race motor's sitting over there. She looking good.
Oh yeah, we got the 2011 aluminum 5-tree race motor.
She got about 150 on her, looking brand new.
150K on her, just exactly what we need. Just getting broke in.
Yep.
Perfect ring gap.
Yep.
Boost ready.
Had one bad lifter, one DOD.
Oh, it's got 799 heads on it.
Dude, yeah, all these do. They basically got 241s or 3s, whatever it is.
Oh yeah, this motor's gonna make some
Yeah,
power.
this is a bad bitch.
So
our friends at Heck Automotive hooked us up with it on a hell of a deal. It had one bad DOD lifter, so.
So what are we doing to the motor?
Well, so the typical junkyard stuff, we'll pull the heads off, put LS9 head gaskets, ARP head studs. Normally we would go with just some either the stock lifters if it was non-DOD or some GM performance lifters like basically LS7 stuff. But Lonnie has some Link bar lifters, so he insists we put them in. So those will go in, push rods, valve springs on the heads, stock rockers, don't touch them.
LS9 gaskets.
Yep, the LS9 gaskets. Since it was a DOD motor, variable valve timing deal, front cover is garbage. Front cover goes away. We have a LS2 style front cover with a sensor up front and a 4X cam gear that'll slap right on there on top of the new cam. And new cover plate for the cam retainer plate also.
We got a BTR like stage 4 cam going in it that he already had from his old car.
Yep.
Some weird balancer deal for it.
Yeah, F-body pan.
Yeah, F-body pan, electric water pump.
Yep.
Truck manifolds.
Motor's super clean. It's a really nice motor. So.
We got a Victor Jr. going on, I think. A Victor Jr. with an elbow. We don't normally run those, but he already had that in his old setup, and so we're just going to use that. Some Holley 160s, and should be ready to go.
Yeah.
So
I'm not going to do much other than just stuff airing with the Precision 88.
Oh yeah, here's a turbo right over here. We got SBE 5.3. We got a turbo that costs 10 times more than the motor does. Got a PT 88, stainless V-band housing, all the good stuff. So yeah, we're gonna try to spool that thing. Yeah. Only gonna need about 40 degrees of time to spool it, so just it's all in the tune. We'll be all right.
Yeah, we should be able to quickly shit can this motor if needed.
Yeah, this is actually a class legal PT 88, so it's probably got it's probably churched up, son. It's probably churched up. So
we're gonna probably put that suicide button in there. So if for some reason somehow this car's losing, we're just gonna be like, fuck it, suicide button, 50 pounds of boost.
That way we have a reason that this car lost because it blew up, not because it just got beat. So I guess it's time for us to get back to work. So we got the Holley dash here, 7-inch screen, and we got a fiberglass dash, piece of carbon on that, race pack in it, but we're not using race pack, we're using Holley. So I made these little aluminum mounts. I would have used the threaded holes in the back, but this hole is already too big and we already got the carbon there, so I just made these mounts I can set here that I can rivet onto here to hold this on. No big deal. Now the dash is mounted. What's gonna be going down? The lightweight steering wheel weighs about 1 pound. Got the shifter mounted, Holley dash mounted, all good to go. Pedals are a little far back for a guy with as big as knees as me, but what was that? Boom! Shut the ignition off. Shut the ignition off. Engine's blown. And that's the way it's gonna go. Look at that, looking good like a jelly rancher in here. Starting to look like a race car now, boys. Got the underside all purple powered and obviously trans coolers mounted, but the underside of this car is really rusty. There's a lot of places where paints came off, and it's just, honestly, I mean, all the work's really nice, but the car has just been, the car's kind of old, so it's been beat on. It's a little rough, so I'm gonna let all this stuff that I did dry. I might carb clean it off a little bit just to dry up any of the grease, but I'm gonna spray some of this stuff right here, this stuff right here, this right here, roll bar chassis paint. This stuff semi-gloss black. You gotta get the low gloss, not semi-gloss, the low gloss black. It's almost like a flat, it's got a little shimmer to it, but it covers up all the imperfections, any stuff you missed sanding, anything like that. That stuff makes it look really good. That's the key to making stuff look nice and not have to spend a whole bunch of time prepping it. So we use that on pretty much everything. But the rear end in this car is really nice. Got a wishbone setup, fully adjustable 4-link. I mean, just infinite adjustability, wishbone. You got adjustability on the housing and on the chassis. It's got Minskers on the back and our roll bar up there. Obviously adjustable shocks, double bead locks, aerospace brakes. It's got 29 on it now. We're gonna be taking that off and putting a 28 10.5 on it. See this? I don't know if it's brake fluid that's leaked onto here or what, but I don't know, something's been eating at this rear end, so spray a little bit of paint on there. But yeah, this car is super awesome. I want it bad. Makes me want a full race car now. It looks like it may have been a clutch car at one point, if you see that right there. Maybe had a Linko in it or something, I don't know. But yeah, so I'm gonna keep chipping away at it. See, it has all this white stuff everywhere. I'm gonna clean that off the front end now. I thought I got most of it when I was on the top side, but see all the white stuff. It's like somebody drove through salted roads with this car, which is a shame because it's so nice. See, this one doesn't look too bad, but this spindle's all rusted. So I'm gonna paint some of this stuff and then going to spray it all down with WD-40. So I guess it looks like it's further apart from the last time that I took a video, but it is not. I just pulled the mock-up block out, the turbo out, and getting ready to pull the trans out so that we can put the motor, the actual motor, in. Adam has finished assembling the motor. All aluminum block 5.3, got the heads, cam, all that good stuff in there. Got the heads redone, water pumps on there with the motor plate now. We got to swap out the injectors, bolt the intake down, but that's all after the engine's in. So we're putting the motor in. Hopefully by the end of the day today, we got the converter, trans, motor all bolted together, ready to go. Slap everything in there and bolt it in for the final time. And then after that, I already have mounts made for the turbo here. I can put turbo back in. I've already got a couple pipes fit up for where I want them to go, but I didn't want to finish or actually weld anything until we got the motor in where it's going to go and have a good place to start. The mock-up block is a good place to start, but it's not a good place to finish because stuff on that moves around all the time. And I broke the 2 bolts off of it the other day because Adam wasn't here to stop me. So yeah, we're making good progress. Hopefully by next Wednesday, I'm gonna say like the turbo kit's done and we're firing this thing up.
Woo! Woo, woo, woo!
What do you think?
Firing up Sunday.
Not with a turbo kit though.
Yeah. He's really dedicated to this.
Oh, cool. But yeah, today's Valentine's Day. Nobody's sent me any flowers yet or anything, so still waiting on those.
Don't hold your breath.
But things are going good. Things are looking up. Got us a big old Mid-America Custom sticker for the back of this thing. It's gonna look great. Gapping fools down south. Since the last video, I have now locked in with Joey Pierre, which is one of their fastest guys for first round. Adam has locked in to be second pair down with a very fast all-wheel drive diesel. Pretty much all of our team has been locked in with somebody. The only people that haven't got locked in yet is the Lean Green Machine and the Mullet Marrow. But sooner than later, I'm sure both of them will be locked in. My dad is actually going to end up hauling the car down and maybe driving it while we test, since Lon can't make it down till Friday. So that's the plan for now, and we're going to keep on keeping on. We're getting ready to put the motor and trans together. I just took the motor off the engine stand. We pulled the tranny out. Adam's finishing up some little bit of wiring in there, and we're getting ready to throw the converter in. But we got a bolt together converter for this thing. It's a PTC bolt together, 9.5 inch Nissan Core. It's the same thing I got in my car. We don't know what stator's in it right now, so we've got 2 stators here that came with it. We got a 1545. That number means there's 15 blades on here, and the 45 is the degree of which the blade is at. Then we have a 19. We have a 19 here, which this is probably like a 1955 because it's got 19 blades on it. And if you really look close, these are laid over more than these. So the more angle you got on the blade, the higher the stall will be, the looser the converter will, because it's less resistance going through the transmission fluid. It's like a boat, paddle on a boat. You lay the paddle over, you can skim it through the water. If you turn it like this, you can't push it that much. So the more blades and more angle you have on them, the looser your stall is. And this car is super light. It may be under 2,500 pounds at race weight. So to not have, if we had the lighter the car is, the tighter the converter is going to act, because it's not having to labor as hard to move the car. So that's why we're going with such a loose stator. My car is about 3,200 pounds race weight, and we've got an 18.0 in it, which is super loose for that kind of weight. But we only do no prep. So for no prep, light car, we got to go really loose to get this car to do what we want it to do. So I'm getting ready to. You have to undo all of these lock nuts. And then these are actually threaded into here. All of these are. So I gotta undo all these and then pop all these out. And then there's an O-ring in here, and then obviously the stator and all that. So getting ready to yank this thing apart and throw this other stator in and go from there. Maybe 2 hours from fire up if we're lucky.
Probably 4, but either way.
2 to 4 hours from fire up. I don't know, what did we cover in the last video? It was, I think we may have had the motor ready to go in, or maybe the motor was in. I know the turbo was mounted, but now we've got the complete hot side done. Wastegate's done. Hot side's all done, turbo drain's done, turbo mounted. Cold side ran, coolant line's done. Radiator's already got some water in it. Downpipe is done. All the stuff's in for good. Motor's in for good. Balancer's on, water pump's on, alternator's on. Like I said, turbo drain, turbo feed. Oil filters on. We still got to put oil in it. Converters in. But yeah, that's the last thing I covered was bolting the converter together. So converter's in now. So the motor was not in the last video. So now we got a lot of stuff to cover. Trans is in. Bolted up. Had to drill some new holes, make some slots. Fuel pumps are mounted. Running back. Some Y. Post filter now. Fuel cells up here, so we got to get creative with running the lines back to the pumps because we don't have enough room up here for the pumps. So, but yeah, here she is. Like I said, coolant line. All the lines are done except just a few fuel lines. So we got fuel lines. Got to mount the shifter because obviously you can't mount it regular because the floor is here. So I got to make some spacers to space it down. Mount that. And then we'll be good to go. We got the old Maliboost is back here. There she is. I drove her over here today. Changed some stuff on the rear suspension, so I got to set it on, put it on the drive on, and reset pinion angle, all that good stuff. We got drive shaft in this car. Drive shaft's in. Wiring's pretty much done. Adam already tested a dry run on a lot of the power stuff. We got a Holley high ram for it, which we didn't have last time. We ended up going with a high ram. Wastegates are pretty much plumbed. We just got a little bit, a lot of buttoning up to do. All the major stuff is done now. So we're getting ready to hopefully fire it up, like I said, in a couple hours. And then hopefully drive it this weekend if we're lucky. It'd be really nice to get maybe even a couple test hits on it before
it's gonna be mid-40s on Sunday.
Oh, so hopefully we can make a couple test hits on Sunday, and then literally load it in a trailer Monday and leave Tuesday to go down to Florida. If we're lucky, that'll happen. If not, whatever. We'll test it down there. Got some mini bullhorn action going on. Aluminium. That reminds me, I got to put an O2 bung in it. because we were missing one. But yeah, so that's an update for now, and we'll get a video of us firing it up. Ready to fire up. We got Bumper Wilson tuning. Faggots are us. And Nicky Bobby.
This guy's a bigot. That's nice to know.
It's a bigot, okay?
What do you got for fuel pressure on this hitter?
Well, it was sitting there at 29, 30.
Then you
It
pressure
was
cycle it
36
again.
and just bled down. But it should have turned the other fuel pumps on there a lot.
You have them set for watt or watt and boost?
It probably is watt and boost. Let's see.
Paging Dr. Faggot.
Dr. Faggot.
Let's just fire
I feel like we should crank her without ignition for a while. Kind of, will it pump any oil like that?
No,
it.
LS
Not
doesn't.
really, not much.
Not enough RPM.
Fucking Dr. Faggot's got a fuel leak back here, maybe. Oh, no, he don't. What is it?
He's just
Oh, there's a
referred to-
drip right here.
Referred to himself
On
as
this
Dr.
one.
Faggot.
Yeah.
There's a drip.
This one's dripping too.
Shocker.
I bet probably needs tightened in the rear. Probably got to do a double deal. Double dawn.
Double dawn?
We need the other one too.
Okay, I'll take this.
That's Sean. He's a professional.
I don't fucking use those. We'll just use one of these.
Okay.
Oh, Nick said you're not supposed to do it like this.
Adjustable AN wrench.
Yeah, we got 2 AN wrenches, but we won't use them. Let's just fuck up the nicing fittings.
Yeah. Seemed to already be
Here.
fucked up.
No, back it off and then tighten the rail one and then tighten it back up. There you go.
Snap. Oh, snap.
I'd love to have the look on his face on camera.
When it snaps.
Yeah.
If it does, can you say oh snap?
Or oh fudge, like on the Christmas Story.
Mm-hmm.
Now we got some 85 dribble on motors.
Who broke your lens, bro?
Adam or Kenny, I think. They'll rock
Yeah,
the
it's always
tire.
there. You'll see a common theme. It's always everybody else.
Never me. Let me. Mustang's pretty much wrapped up. We haven't done a first test drive yet, but I'm getting ready to do that now. We got it all put back together. So 2 on, boost control set up, the dash back in. Everything's wrapped up here, zip tied up, nice and neat. Getting ready to take it for the first drive now. Adam's daughter has a birthday party, so I'm gonna drive it over there, put some miles on it, see what it's gonna do. Maybe have to do a little cleanup on a tune. We're gonna go make some hits later. We don't have the smaller tires on yet, but they're not in, so we gotta wait for those to get in. But I just wanna make a couple base hits on it to see what the rear suspension's gonna do. If we're gonna need to change bars, I'm gonna add weight tomorrow, but we just gotta get some miles on it to make sure everything's gonna go okay, because we don't know if it's going to or not. Everything's completely new. So getting ready to throw the doors on it, which they literally just hang right on there. I'm gonna throw the doors on it and then start her up and take it for a cruise. doing?
I'm putting my fire suit on so I don't get burned up in this new car.
Oh wow! Is that the carbon fiber one?
No, I don't. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it
don't,
is.
I don't let mine get scratched.
Is that
It
yours?
rolls around the back of your car.
Yeah, it's definitely yours. It's huge.
Yeah, it is huge. Got that big brain.
Papo Todd's getting ready to make some test hits in the old green machine. We made 2 yesterday, made some bar adjustments and a few more, set the pinion angle, did some other stuff. So now he's going to be testing the car Thursday and Friday, so he's going to make a couple hits in it just to get comfortable, and we're going to see what the rear suspension is going to do. So we're getting ready to go make some test hits now. That thing left hard, dude.
Shit.
How'd you like that?
I fucking liked it a lot. A lot. It got a little squirrely, but the road's kind of.
Yeah, right. No, you did good. To figure out how to look at.
Big crown on it.
Do we need to let it cool off a little bit?
We'll need to put some fuel in it. Go ahead and just turn the ignition off for me, then we'll pull the log.
I'm ready. You're ready.
Okay. You said you think
Yeah,
that's
turn that off while I do my burnout.
Yeah, I just want it off while he does his burnout, so it's not.
Man, it still spooled really fast.
Yeah.
What do you think it's doing?
Hey, remind me to turn it back on.
I'll turn it on when I reach in then if you want.
Was
I'll check it
You know what? It might have been on last time. Okay.
Alright, we made it. We're in Street Race Haven down here in Leaksville, Mississippi. Got all the cars unloaded, got all the trailers unloaded, and we made a couple hits already. I forgot where my GoPro was, but I found it. Up on Todd, about to make his first hit. Uh-oh, Dillion Millions here. Dylan.
We got to get all, so.
Ooh.